Every day, she takes the same train. Every day, she watches the same couple from the window, happy, in love, perfect. Until one day, she sees something she shouldn't. And everything begins to unravel. Welcome to The Girl on the Train, a psychological thriller by Paula Hawkins that pulls us deep into the unreliable mind of its narrator and keeps us questioning what's real, what's imagined, and who we can trust. This story is as much about suspense as it is about identity, trauma, and the lies we tell ourselves to survive. Let's dive into this dark and gripping tale of obsession, memory, and murder. 1. Meet Rachel, the girl on the train. Rachel Watson is our narrator, or at least one of them. She's in her early 30s, divorced, unemployed, and alcoholic. Every day, she rides the same commuter train from Ashbury to London, pretending she still has a job. Her life has fallen apart since her marriage ended, but the routine comforts her. On her train ride, she passes by a row of suburban houses, including one where a young couple often stands outside. Rachel gives them names, Jess and Jason. To her, they represent everything she's lost: love, beauty, normalcy. But Rachel doesn't know them, until one day, she sees something shocking from the train window. And shortly after, Jess disappears. 2. The three women, Rachel, Megan, and Anna. The story unfolds through three alternating voices: Rachel, Megan, and Anna. Rachel, our primary narrator, is unreliable. Her memory is fragmented from alcohol, her self-esteem is shattered, and her motives are often unclear even to herself. Megan, the woman Rachel calls Jess, is later revealed to be the missing woman, Megan Hipwell. Through Megan's flashbacks, we learn she's a complex, restless soul with a tragic past. Anna, the new wife of Rachel's ex-husband Tom, lives in the same neighborhood. She distrusts Rachel and resents her frequent, drunken intrusions. As the chapters shift between timelines and narrators, a picture starts to emerge, but never clearly. The book plays with perception, keeping the reader unsure of what to believe. 3. Rachel's obsession and unreliable memory. After Megan goes missing, Rachel inserts herself into the investigation. She goes to the police, visits Megan's husband Scott, and begins lying to cover her involvement. Her obsession with the case grows, as does her sense that she's connected to it. But there's a major problem. She was blackout drunk the night Megan disappeared. Rachel wakes the next morning with blood on her face, a huge gap in her memory, and a sick feeling that she saw something or someone that night. As she tries to reconstruct the events, she starts confronting painful truths about herself. Her unreliable memory becomes the book's most compelling device. As Rachel uncovers clues, we uncover her. 2. 4. Toxic relationships and emotional abuse. Beneath the mystery, The Girl on the Train is a chilling exploration of emotional abuse, manipulation, and gaslighting. Rachel still clings to the memory of her marriage to Tom, her charming ex-husband who now lives with Anna and their baby daughter. She blames herself for their breakup, for drinking too much, for being unstable. But as the story unfolds, we begin to question this narrative. Was Rachel really the problem? Or was she made to believe that? Megan, too, is caught in a web of secrets and deception. Her marriage to Scott appears loving, but is rooted in control and mistrust. Her past trauma and guilt slowly surface, revealing the weight she carries, and why she was vulnerable to dangerous choices. The theme is clear. What looks perfect from the outside is often anything but. 5. Twists, turns, and truth. As Rachel gets closer to the truth, she begins recovering fragments of that night. A new witness comes forward. She remembers seeing Megan and someone else. She also starts realizing that her memories from the past, especially about Tom, might have been twisted by manipulation. Here's where the big twist happens. Tom, not Rachel, is the liar. He cheated on Rachel with both Anna and Megan. And worse, He's been gaslighting Rachel for years, making her doubt her own sanity and memory. The final reveal confirms our fears. Tom killed Megan when she told him she was pregnant, possibly with his child, and threatened to expose him. He lost control. The man Rachel once idealized is a murderer. 6. Redemption and rebuilding. In the climactic scenes, Rachel confronts Tom. A struggle ensues. Anna, finally recognizing the truth about her husband, helps Rachel fight back. Tom is killed in self-defense. But the girl on the train doesn't end on a triumphant note. It ends with quiet clarity. Rachel isn't magically healed, but she begins to find peace. Her story is no longer shaped by illusion or self-hatred. She walks away, not as a broken woman, but as someone who finally sees herself clearly. The truth, painful as it is, sets her free. Here are 5 central ideas that the girl on the train leaves us with. Perception is powerful. What we think we see often says more about us than about reality. Memory is fragile. Especially under trauma or manipulation, our minds can blur what's real. Gaslighting is psychological violence. Emotional abuse is insidious, and believing victims matters. Loneliness breeds obsession. Isolation, when unchecked, can distort reality. Recovery is messy, but possible. Rachel's path isn't clean or quick, but she chooses truth, and that's the first step. The Girl on the Train is more than a murder mystery. It's a story about trauma, addiction, memory, and the lies that keep us stuck. Through its shifting narrators and haunting tension, Paula Hawkins draws us into the minds of 3 very different women, each unreliable in her own way, yet deeply human. It asks hard questions. Who are we without our stories? What happens when the person we love turns out to be dangerous? And how do we start again when everything we believed was false? Thanks for listening to this audiobook summary on Vibary. Join us every Saturday for more gripping fiction and thrillers. Subscribe if you enjoy thought-provoking summaries that stay with you long after the story ends. Until next time, remember, not everything seen from a train window is what it seems.